NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see Puka Nacua. He's been a target machine each week, 5th in the league in receptions. It's the Rams and the Jags under the lights on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Southern California and the gorgeous SoFi Stadium in the Los Angeles suburb of Inglewood. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson, partner. This should be a good one here in the month of October. Got a couple of teams playing good football to get this season going.
In all offseason, Mike, coaches and teams, they talk about the importance of starting the season strong. And here in this matchup for early in the year, we have our first look at two teams that have started off strong.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the former #1 overall pick back in the 2021 draft, it's Trevor Lawrence.
What we saw last week, Mike, was just a quarterback that was taking what the defense gave him and just playing a really well-rounded game. I mean, he found the end zone a total of 3 times, twice on the ground, once through the air, but most importantly, he avoided those back-breaking mistakes that could have come back to haunt him. If he continues to play at that level, he's going to be a hard team to beat on any given day.
We'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. 3 plays in and a test. It's 3rd and 2. Now Lawrence on the bootleg. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. 15-yard pickup there. First down, Jacksonville.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run, and it's also a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Now a screen set up for Etienne. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
With that, why don't we give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That caught by Davis. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 9th play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on 3rd down. He'll try and run here with Bigsby. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Here's Lawrence to throw. A gain there of 20. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
On first down, Lawrence. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He'll tuck it and take off. He'll take this forward maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. That's on the tackle, Anton Harrison. They'll give it to Etienne on the option.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
That one, take it in. Brian Thomas, touchdown Jaguars. It's his second touchdown of the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. They're led by former #1 overall pick and Super Bowl champion with the Rams, Matthew Stafford.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
That one good for a dozen and a very quick first down. First carry here for Kyren Williams. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere. So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. It's another run here for Williams. Stafford now on second down. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a fourth down. So it's fourth down, punting time. Ethan Evans to do the honor. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. He had the touchdown pass on the opening drive, and as we take a look at the NFL leaders in TD passes coming in, it's right there among the best in the league. A first down throw for Lawrence. Open man is Davis. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on first and 10. On the give, it's Etienne. He'll work forward to the 40-yard line. He's brought down by Kobe Turner. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now here's Lawrence. This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange. 3rd and 5. To throw is Lawrence. That one on target to Davis. He's got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
2nd down, Lawrence. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Here's Lawrence. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules.
And he'll take it on in. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That's 2 touchdowns for him now in this first quarter alone. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the first quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer, because right now, they don't have one.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Rams offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Here now, 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Stafford. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Rams first down.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. They run over center with Williams. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. This one complete to Atwell. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. A shotgun snap to Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing is Lawrence. The outside, complete to Thomas. That catch number 40 on the season for him.
To say this group has started strong here in the 1st quarter, Mike, might be a bit of an understatement. I mean, offensively, firing on all cylinders. Defensively, suffocating the opponent. The ability to complement each other on both sides of the ball and play at such a high level, they could have a little bit more breathing room here by the end of this drive.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. And another 1st down and another big gainer. This time 23 yards. 1 quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. It's the Jaguars on top. We're back in Southern California in a moment. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Throwing right, it's taken in. And he's going to be taken down at about the 30. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Now, ETN. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. On 4th down, the Jaguars send out the veteran Logan Cook to punt, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Stafford. He'll find his tight end. It's Colby Parkinson. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. From the gun, here's Stafford. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
The Jags offense, and Trevor Lawrence set to take over once more. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams trying to defend in the red zone. Look at this graphic, second in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a QB. On first down, Lawrence. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. First and 10. Man in motion here is Washington. Lawrence now to throw on first down. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. Slot man in motion left. Now second down throw for Lawrence. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's ETN. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down. They'll run it once more with ETN. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the gun, a give to ETN. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call. Lawrence now on 2nd down. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. They need to get to the 22, but now face 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Rams offense ready to take over once again. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. And that'll be a short gain up to the 27-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Tight end going in motion here. 2nd down, it's Stafford. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. Stafford now on 2nd down. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That is a big play for LA. 36 yards.
And finally, we see this offense find a little bit of life here early in this first half. They've struggled to get anything going early on, but at least this play has them on the move. Now, can they finish this drive and finally put some points on the scoreboard here in the first half?
On 1st down, it's Stafford. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. The motion man is Nacua. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Stafford to throw again. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase 1st downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove. Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
17 yards that time for number 17.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
Throw it on 3rd down, Stafford. This is caught at the 2. 17 yards on the gain, and now they've got 1st and goal. They'll run. It's Williams. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Lloyd.
They keep it on the ground twice, Mike, and they have no success. So now if you're the play caller, that starts creeping into your head. Do you have confidence in a 3rd attempt, or now do you try to change it up and go play action and put the ball in the air?
They'll run. Here's Cora. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Blake Corum. Touchdown, LA. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
This taken at the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Jaguars offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Now a screen set up for ETN. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Back with more of this Thursday opening after this. Second down, Lawrence. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. A give for ETN, heading right. And they finally get him down. Good gain on the ground, but hold everything. Maybe a reason he got so free. On the ground, here's ETN. That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. Man in motion here is Washington. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2, as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. Here's Logan Cook now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. A fair catch will be taken here with that flag down by the punter, and this might keep the drive alive.
Automatic first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. That caught by Davis. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Davis going in motion. Play action now. It's Lawrence. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw is Lawrence. The throw on the run is complete. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Rams offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. And he's going to take this one all the way. 76 yards. Touchdown, Rams. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Jaguars offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. In motion comes Thomas. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. That's complete to ETN. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Open man is Davis. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Lawrence now. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
That's deep for the back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. We'll go back to you and Greg in just a moment. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Williams. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. Stafford now on 3rd down. This one intercepted. It's the safety, Darnell Savage. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
The Jaguars offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's used his legs to great effect this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design, as you check out the league leaders in quarterback rushing yards. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down. Throwing is Lawrence. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll run it here with Etienne. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line, and that'll set up second and goal.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short, put him down at the 1. Lawrence from the gun here on third down. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Gabe Davis. Touchdown, Jaguars.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand, let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over once more. The deficit is 10, 24-14. So work to do as they come up for first and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And that's not going to yield a whole lot, up to about the 28-yard line. Here's second and 9. The motion man is Nacua. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
They go play action with Stafford. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. On second down, here's Stafford. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. Now this looks like a design run, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They face second down and 7. Stafford gonna give it to Cora. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. Here's 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Stafford. Inside the 10, it is caught. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
Big-time conversion there on 3rd down. Finding yourself trailing at the moment, the last thing you want to do is waste this promising possession. Now, with that throw, they find themselves deep in their opponent's territory. They have to come away with the touchdown to try to cut into this deficit.
A shotgun snap to Stafford. And this will be knocked down. Incomplete. Penalty flag down in the backfield. Usually a sign of a hold. Now it is 1st and goal. Working out of the gun, Stafford. He'll throw complete to Blake Cora.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in 1st and a mile after taking a penalty on 1st down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable 2nd down.
2nd down, it's Stafford. That is caught, back corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The extra point from Carty is good. And the Rams cut the lead to 3, 24-21. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Keelan Robinson to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. He'll get this close to the 1st down marker, taken down just shy at the 38. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Now Lawrence on the bootleg. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away. Fair catch made here, and the drive will start at the 23-yard line. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Play action, Stafford. This one, complete to Atwell. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
This throw right side is caught by Adams. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. Again, it's Stafford. And this will be knocked out. Incomplete. Penalty flag down in the backfield. Usually a sign of a hold. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. Stafford to throw again. A quick slant, and here's Adams.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he churns out some of the hard yards in this area of the field, working it to the 3-yard line. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it with Williams. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, Los Angeles. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Lawrence out quickly to Thomas on the RPO. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. This run straight ahead for Etienne. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. They'll try and run for the 1st with Etienne.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Lawrence. This one complete to Washington.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
They put Strange in motion. That's Caught over the middle by Thomas. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Lawrence now to throw on first down. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Jacksonville. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. Here's ETN. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
We'll go back to ETN on first down. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. He'll get this out wide, and they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. The carry here for ETN. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He's got his big tight end, Brenton Strange. Touchdown, Jacksonville. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. From the 6, here comes a return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Now a whistle. Looks like there was movement on the left side of that offensive line. Stafford. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. There's that man again, another catch.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Big play coming up. This is third down. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That one into the hands of Atwell.
Critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
First and 10. On the give, it's Williams. He's going to force his way for a yard or two, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. A give, and here comes Williams. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. To throw is Stafford. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead.
Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
The Rams punting unit coming out. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The visitors' offense and Travis Etienne set to get back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. Lawrence now. Taking off. He'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Jaguars ready to punt this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. To throw is Stafford. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. Here's Stafford. Open downfield is Parkinson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
The reason teams love calling the quarterback's number on design quarterback runs, Mike, is because in the blocking scheme, you gain one additional blocker. It didn't matter here. The defense was ready for it, and they're able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
He'll complete it to Adams. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down coming up. They'll run it with Williams. So now, out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to tie things up here in the fourth. And this one online, and it is good. That evens the score here in the fourth quarter.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. Fourth quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. In the pistol, here's Lawrence. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. A massive play here. Late tie game, 3rd down. Whoa! And he's going to have a Jags 1st down, I do believe. Gets it by about a yard on 3rd and 3.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. The road gets a little tougher now. It's 1st and 20. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. That's complete to ETN. And he's going to be out of bounds as the clock will stop. It would have stopped anyway as we've hit the 2-minute warning. ETN. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And he'll be taken down.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
Now, 1st and goal. They'll look to run. It's ETN. And he's going to go into the end zone, but he may have gotten a little help along the way. This one's coming back. So holding is the call. Take that touchdown off the board. Here's ETN. And he'll take this down to about the 7. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. Again, they give it to ETN. Stop at the 6, and that sets up 3rd and goal. They'll try and run with ETN. And this is a touchdown! They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford heading back onto the field. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Stafford now on 1st down. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd down, it's Stafford. This one complete to Atwell. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Stafford. That's into the hands of Jordan Whittington. And he's brought down, but they are out of timeouts. One last throw here for Stafford.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look? And they were ready, and they took him away.
And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot of the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish, as this one will come to an end. So it's a win here for the Jaguars. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season, as they remain unbeaten. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.
Hey, what are you kidding me? What a ball game we just witnessed here in LA. The Rams gave it everything they had, down to the very last friggin' second, but the Hail Mary fell flat, and the Jacksonville Jaguars walk out of SoFi undefeated 7-0. Don't get it twisted. This wasn't no lucky break. This was Trevor Lawrence putting the league on notice. Over 400 yards, 4 tutties, 80% completion rate. That ain't just a good day. That's a statement. Coast to coast on a short week, he made it look easy. The Rams defense was chasing shadows all night. Jacksonville took Southern California sunshine and turned it into Duval dominance. It's a long flight home, but it's a proud one. Next week, Jags in Nashville to face the Titans. Buckle up, baby. We might be looking at something historic. And yo, don't forget the Verse merch store is popping off right now with that red, white, and boom collection. Fire threads for Fire fans. Support the Verse, rep your squad, and stay locked in. Big L's out of here like a Hail Mary with no hands.